Hey guys, how we doing? Continuing with these said person's name is stronger than you think kind of videos from Seth the Programmer. It turns out I missed Sakura's. And this one's interesting because it's titled Why Sakura is Not Weak. Now, yeah, she's not the most liked character within Naruto. In fact, she's quite hated. I don't get why she's hated as much, but we've already covered that in a past video. But you can't deny she's not weak, man. She's pretty damn fucking tough. Whew, I swore. Oh god, yeah. Anyway, she's pretty damn tough. And I think it's going to be interesting because Seth always proper scales decently, like gives really good examples as to why these feats mean so much and compare it to certain things. So I'm really intrigued by this. This is going to be good. So this is why Sakura Haruno is not weak.
For a long time, Sakura has been a very disliked character by the Naruto fandom, and often this awkward hatred for Sakura has somewhat poisoned the opinion of her more legitimate showings in the Naruto Shippuden series. The main thing I personally see when debating Sakura's strength is when logical arguments about her powers are met with this weird spastic hate boner that is hell-bent on downplaying Sakura to legitimize people's
like, no, she can't be good at anything.
Calling
How
her
dare you?
Useless, etc., etc. It's almost a meme at this point. And while I agree that Sakura's character personally could have been handled better, such as Kishimoto trying too hard to make Sakura relatable to like a normal girl, and perhaps making her more fictitious like Naruto and Sasuke personality-wise, her powers and feats still stand. So let's do this. Why Sakura Haruno, or Uchiha, is without a doubt not weak. The main problem Sakura faces when being power scaled is the power gap between her and the other main characters. So even when giving an objective claim of her power, it's always met with, but so-and-so did this.
Yeah, but Naruto did this. Yeah, but Sasuke did this.
That's not the point of this discussion. The point here is to prove Sakura is without a doubt powerful, and more importantly, impressive. To me, the main things that make Sakura impressive is that she's pretty much the only normal ninja besides Rock Lee to actually achieve massive powers. From the original, like, Konoha 11.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For example, you have Naruto, who is
no one else is, like, really stands out.
son of the 4th Hokage, and reincarnation of Ashura, Hatsuki, destined to become powerful and fight Sasuke, and Uchiha from a powerful bloodline that includes Fugaku and Itachi Uchiha, while being the reincarnation of Indra Atsuki.
So there's a lot going on in that.
And 2 also being destined for power, with even the other classmates of Sakura, like Shikamaru, Choji, Ino,
none of them
Neji,
are like standing
Hinata,
out at the end,
Kiba,
are they? Like...
even Shino, all coming from prestigious clans with unique and powerful jutsu passed down to each of them, along with usually some perks like Kekkei Genkai, or physical traits to enhance combat abilities like intelligence and stature. But what does Sakura have? Sakura doesn't come from any notable shinobi or clans with any impressive abilities, and has to basically start from the bottom of the barrel like Rock Lee or even Tenten.
Yeah.
Which is why, in my opinion, her powers are far more impressive when they're displayed.
When you put it in perspective like this,
give her credit for. This genetic drawback also explains why she's not really impressive in Part 1 of Naruto as a whole. Although, despite this, she still shows high levels of intelligence that allowed her to be grouped in with the elite.
She's smarter than Sasuke and Naruto apart in Part 1. Like, she's got more of a level head.
As well as Sakura, despite having no notable bloodline, being able to swap hand with and dual KO or knock out Ino, who comes from the Yamanaka clan, without any special parental training or guidance of her own. This was also accompanied by Sakura adapting to Ino's mind transfer jutsu, and literally creating a second mind within herself to counter it, which in theory should be actually impossible for at least 99% of shinobi, let alone Sakura as a genin. It's clear that her potential is still quite high, and she has the quirks to learn powerful jutsu and become quite impressive. Chakra control is also prominently displayed when she completely outdoes the prodigies Sasuke, Uchiha, and Naruto Uzumaki with almost no effort during the tree climbing exercise
she gets up that tree.
Waves. Sakura, after training with Tsunade, displays massive strength. Strength to make both Kakashi and base Naruto post-dry training look like dorks in comparison, and later revealing with the ability to heal people. She's also capable of fighting a beyond Kage-level Sasori of the Akatsuki along with Lady Chiyo, in which Sakura one-shots his initial puppet body and quickly develops an antidote for his poisons, and starts adapting to Sasori's third Kazekage puppet completely on her own. in which Chiyo praises her. Sakura's dedication and Chiyo's words then lead Sasori to mentally giving up and allowing himself to be killed. This in itself is a highlight to Sakura's powers, as she just did a fantastic job against a Kage-level fighter. But did you know that Sakura was actually weakened severely during her fight with Sasori? Many people don't know this, but Tsunade's training wasn't worse than, say, Jiraiya's or Orochimaru's. It simply took more time.
Right.
This is shown during the 4th Great Ninja War, but before we go into that, we need to explain what Tsunade did for Sakura. During all of Shippuden until the big Ninja Art Creation Rebirth Strength Level 100 Technique Reveal, or 100 Healings as I'm going to call it, she was heavily suppressed. Sakura was spending the last 3 years of her life with an abysmal amount of chakra due to the fact that she had to concentrate and flood almost all of her chakra into her 100 Healings dam. Sometimes it was so much chakra that Sakura would struggle to simply take long walks or exercise without collapsing of exhaustion. She eventually found a method to pool a small portion of her chakra into a separate dam she can use normally, which is what allowed her to, say, one-shot opponents that gave Ino or Choji trouble, or taking on Sasori himself. So when the day finally came and a diamond appeared on her forehead, she was no longer hindered by massive chakra drain constantly holding her back. This is why, even without activating the 100 Healings jutsu, her power skyrocketed the second it appeared. With Tsunade's training complete,
she's no longer having to focus on keeping that there. Wow.
And punches the ground so hard it obliterates hundreds of Jubi clones and creates an explosion easily worth kilotons of force without even breaking a sweat. Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage, then goes on to say that Sakura's strength might even surpass Tsunade's. Although it's unsure how much Hashirama knows about Tsunade, it should be noted that Kishimoto did write this in here for a reason, as I doubt toddler Tsunade could do what Sakura did. And Sakura goes further onto this point, saying her 100 Healings chakra is not at all wasted on preserving her appearance, so she would logically have more of it. This means at the very least, Sakura is somewhat relative to Tsunade, so it's very clear that they both have equal amounts, if not Sakura having more in 100 Healing state, while Tsunade would have more in her base amounts of chakra. This means without a doubt that the second Sakura was no longer hindered, she spiked straight to Kage level and possibly even Sannin level, proving her training was far more potent than Jiraiya's or Orochimaru's could ever hope for. This is also just in base that she reaches Sannin level. With the Byakugo no Jutsu, she perhaps even surpasses or rivals more so the Sage level, as Sage mode is simply a collection and infusion of nature energy for a few minutes, whereas 100 Healings is straight up 3 years of chakra collection. So it's possible Sakura with her Sannin level base, at least in strength and chakra, now has an almost Sage mode equivalent, give or take, amp on top of that lets her regenerate almost endlessly. To power scale this, we obviously have to look at Tsunade. Tsunade with the completed Byakugo training was capable of hitting so hard that it was capable of smashing through Madara Susanoo numerous times.
Impressive.
And while this isn't his completed Susanoo, this is still seriously impressive.
There we go.
The reason is that this same Susanoo gets hit with a Hirodora, with the initial impact not even breaking until it explodes, or at least lore implies. As a reminder, even a suppressed Hirodora, not intended to kill, was enough to shake an entire island and obliterate forest in one-shot Kisame.
Wow.
If this island-shaking attack doesn't even kill a base Kisame, then there's no way a suppressed Hirodora is breaking through Madara Susanoo if it's not all out. Tsunade and Sakura possibly have this nigh Hirodora level attack potency also makes sense when you consider a lot of scaling. Like, for example, Deidara, who had enough chakra to create bombs capable of creating at least 1 kiloton to 1 megaton worth of TNT to wipe out large villages and towns. And Gaara's sand was so durable that could tank it completely, whereas Gaara's sand that could handle kilotons or megatons of force from Deidara could not handle Madara's Susanoo. The same Susanoo Tsunade was shown being able to kick around and break numerous times. It also makes sense that very high up shinobi would have this much chakra reserve when looking at it from a lore and scaling perspective. I'm not saying Sakura would obliterate a town or a city if she punched the ground. I'm arguing that her fist holds that much force and attack potency. It's similar to arguing that Naruto and Sasuke's Rasengan or Chidori have high attack potency, but don't say destroy a lot when they damage something.
Right.
Even sticks past Naruto's Rasengan, only creating a little dent in the ground. Yet they're supposed to be able to obliterate mountains. If not
I see what you mean, yeah, but then Tsunade's punches
this scaling Sakura's punches easily surpass even many forms of nuclear bombs, obviously without the nuclear radiation.
Yeah.
Like the little boy,
only
delivered about 21 kilotons compared to Sakura's possibly hundreds of kilotons to megatons of force required to destroy towns. This is also accompanied by the fact that Madara could casually tank massive Rasengans with just his Susanoo's ribcage, massive Rasengans being stated to have the force to carve away mountains in the data books, although this is talking about Sage Jiraiya. The massive Rasengan is learned by base Naruto if he focuses all his chakra into the attack. And with Tsunade straight up cracking and knocking down an incomplete Susanoo, one way stronger than the ribcage, and with two massive chunks of Susanoo straight up about to cut her in half while she's doing it. This would explain why Kaguya Otsutsuki could feel the brunt of Sakura's punch.
Yeah, that punch must have,
Kaguya being all
she must have felt something there,
and some. You can claim the beat was plot and stupidity, since lore-wise it doesn't make sense. However, it does coincide with some of her other feats like dodging Kaguya's arms that even Sasuke and Naruto thought were fast, and it's obviously Kishimoto trying to make Sakura relevant.
Yeah, it needs to
also seem to be dead set on Sakura rivaling Sasuke and Naruto when they perform the triple summoning, with Hiruzen the third Hokage stating it's just like the three Sani. It should be very clear that Sakura is a force to be reckoned with in just the war arc, possibly rivaling or surpassing Sanin level, along with her insane healing abilities that saved the lives of many of the main cast. If she wasn't around, Naruto and the others would have died a long time ago. However, I fully believe that she surpasses that concept during the last era as it becomes more of a prevalent member. In the last, she's shown taking on Toneri's puppets that even base Naruto got dodged by sometimes, and was able to take out a powerful Toneri puppet like the Gatekeeper, although the main arguments she's more than likely surpassed her Sanin counterpart is when she fights Kido. Kido from the Sakura novel is an elite member of the Anbu Black Ops, and hosts a drug known as the Tailed Beast drugs. His subordinates, even without the most powerful variant of the drug, have Jonin levels of chakra, in the words of Sai, with the most weakest strain of this drug being able to amplify their Jonin levels of chakra by 2 times instantly. However, Kido doesn't simply get a rough Bijou aura like the others or a few tails. He gets a full pseudo nine-tailed cloak, capable of fully regenerating, multiplying his power several magnitudes over, and being able to launch Bijou bombs that are over 1 meter in diameter and size. This is important when you realize that 4-tailed version 2 Naruto launched Bijou bombs slightly larger than his head, which is nowhere near 1 meter in size. Kido also launches these attacks almost casually, with Sakura being able to take an attack from one and dodge numerous of his other lightning-style attacks without even activating the 100 technique. To get through Kido's insane armor, Sakura uses 100 healings and starts hitting him in the same spot repeatedly, over and over again, and while she gets smacked across the forest and stabbed by Kido's tails, with Kido thinking she's doing absolutely nothing. But in fact, Sakura's been hitting Kido extremely hard while healing him, and by causing his cells to mass divide and heal beyond their biological limit, it kills his cells and completely negates his regeneration ability.
Okay, that's
she slams him so hard that it shakes
impressive
the entire
stuff.
forest, and the sound of the forest can be heard for basically an entire Kido backstory. The fact that Sakura broke him beyond his regen limits is insane when you realize that Tsunade had an entire life of battle alongside being cut in half, stabbed numerous times by Madara, and regenerating without much side effects. Sakura can also do this. And of course, in Boruto, we have Shin Uchiha, a guy completely coated in Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan, get completely blitzed and one-shotted by Sakura. The same Shin who was just roughing up a suppressed Sasuke and rusty Naruto completely one-shotted him. Sasuke then boasts that Sakura will probably continue to beat his ass and solo his hideout before they get there, and if Sasuke's saying it isn't enough, even if you don't like her character, I hope this video convinced you and that she is not weak by any means.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Damn. There we go. Sakura is not weak. Oh, Jesus. That was cool. So what am I going to do next? I think I want to do it next. The next 2, anyway, are going to be, would Genjutsu work in Dragon Ball Z? I think that would be an interesting one. And is it Naruto and Sasuke versus Vegeta? Because apparently it's Seth and Suikage in that. And there's a couple more, so we're still going with these. I'm giving you guys what you want, hopefully, I think. Oh god, I hope I am. But yeah, there we go. Sakura's not weak. You may not like her, but she's impressive. So thank you guys very much for watching. What did you guys think of that? What did you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss it in future videos. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time.